Oh hey, it's me, K677, and I have behind here is a bag of silicone masks in here. Now, the thing of like, some would say like you better display them to look pretty. If you're like wearing them and you're gonna wear them sometimes, it's better just put them in a storage bag and put them in with them in the bag. So I have here, these are the good ones. And oh my god, they weigh so much. One of them are the half mask, and there's like two, the actual neck mask. And one is the O'Neill FX, the one looks like related to Immortal mask, and then I have a half mask that came from Studio 135 here. You can see the clear bags usually came with it, and they're in safe little. They're like this, and they last really long. So once you get them out, they pop right off, and they'll be fine. Now I have on this orange bag is the what I would say better describe. This is the one I made, a silicone mask, and I want to share you about of how would you make a silicone mask, or what is the reference of which silicone mask is fit for you. You're looking at a person who has some experience, because this is a very weird thing, because you've never seen it. This is the first time I'm going to break it to you. As a female, for any lady who's decided to do cosplaying, or well, not cosplay, or dressing up with a silicone mask, if you have sensitivity to prosthetic, you get this breakout from it and a lot of work and stuff. So if you do decide to purchase a silicone mask, there are some availability of a female silicone mask of it, but it's a bit limited. And it does cost a lot if you go for, say, in CFS ones. They're actually really better qualities. Immortal masks, they have the half one and the full ones. So there's an option from there. But as I say, if you put more money into buying them, yes, that's the thing. And then for guys, they're pretty cool. I like the Immortal mask because they have a half mask. They're pretty good, and they're cheap. If you just want to wear it comfortably around the neck area, that's my reference. Because would I wear like a full-on silicone mask, the thing I do stumble upon is getting it on it. And I know people say stretch it out from the neck area from this. I did. I'm just not really strong to actually maintaining strength to it. So I had to like wiggle my head in there as much. I put enough baby powder to snuggle into it, and I was careful enough not to touch the face. But forget it. It was very hard to actually get in, because one of the silicone masks I got it from eBay has so much around the neck of rebuildings and everything. It was really hard to actually get into it. I'm going to show you one of it. It's the pig ones that I got from it. So let's start off with like the simple one. Now, simple one, which is the half masks, are these kind of half masks. Like this is a sample for 135, Studio 135. Sorry. And this one is it's a dwarf, but this is a custom penguin for vampires. And you can see it, like for a half mask, you can see the necklines are cut from here. It's just right above to the chin under here. So that's what of the comfortabilities of wearing it. And my opinion is that this is actually better, because at least your neck is exposed, so you have more vent, and they're a little bit easier to maintaining it. By alone, this is a realistically better. Like, I was in a horror fest for this one, and I actually had fun with this one. But I wish I could have got something to keep my head cool. So I did bought something O'Neill FX for the cooling pad at the top of my head, and I'm gonna have to cut my hair short, because long hair is gonna stick out at the bottoms. It's harder for me to tuck it. So this is a good one. I actually like the half mask better than the full ones, but you have to work with it. Now, here is the one I'm talking about. It's the pig, because I got it for $100 some. Pretty cheap. It was $100 something, but as I said, this is what it comes out. This is the one I feel like it's related to the basement. This is why I think it's from Immortal Mass. Is if you find a picture or anything, this is what it actually looks like. I saw it. I did my hair myself, punching it, so it got a little bit of the hair. So I did that. I learned about punching hairs a little bit. So this is what I'm talking about. Like when you buy like a used ones, you got to be like really be careful with this one because now it's not bad. It's just they don't look so pretty, and you have to. I think the whatever the paint is, it doesn't stick into it. So, but it looks cool. I mean, that's the only one I got that doesn't look bad. I mean, I like the face. I like this, but when I'm talking about like when I have a hard time putting it on, you can see there's such damage in here previously. As you can see it, it's all these weird little buildups, patches of like silicones, and there's just so much in here. It's harder for me to put on, and that's the only thing I have issue with it. Is thing. I still had to fix the eyes because that's where the slit mark on both eyes. And the jaw is also completely damaged, so that needs to be fixed. So it's just hanging there. But this is a cool mask. I want to use this for like, yeah, this is great for horror ones. This one I definitely would use it, but I need more time to repair it. I didn't have time for it. But I see this one potential for like a horror, or I like the Doom looking ones, the pig cops. So this is actually pretty cool. And I'm going to put it back in the bag. And move on from there. This is the one I think I bought. And the very first one I had in the beginning, my experience is better. Because if you're looking for one that is down payment, O'Neill FS has it. But the thing is that if your head is not big, it maybe have a hard time fitting into it. His core size head is a little bit bigger. But I'm telling you, I have videos to show you how you pattern and everything. So you might able or... Really, this is the one I have. This is one. This is such a big head. And I did this paint work for the new Joker, and you can see it just wears off over time, which is it still doesn't look too bad. I prefer something that looks like a washed out and look a little bit distressed into it, but you can still see the clown makeups a little bit. And this is actually really my first one, and this looks pretty good. It holds on for sometimes, because remember, when you're taking care of silicone masks, you wanted them to put it in ventilating, maybe cooling room temperature. I mean, put them in a plastic bag. Put them in a plastic bag and just you'll be fine. Once you're ready to get it out there, they'll just be popping out like this. And this is like really cool. But the only thing I hate about it is look how big it is compared to the other one. See? This is a really big mask. Like I am holding on to it with it, and it has so much weight into it. That's what you have to be dealing with silicone masks. Some of them has a lot of weight on them. I don't have a CFS to know comparing it to what they are. But I did actually order a mask that's come from Esty, so it's a half mask, and it's my favorite. I always want to do the characters so much, and some of these things are related to ball characters, so you could be surprised like why I go for the ball ones, because they cost a lot of money to get one with new hair. Or the best recommend is I just use a wig, because somehow they get over it and they're fine. But now we're going to move on to the one I actually made, because when you want to know about silicone masks, you want to know like how you make them to get a better understanding of processing of like how these things work with silicone masks. So I'm going to show you that, because I actually did it. I think I showed that video. So let me put both of them in here. You can see this. Don't worry, they're fine. They're totally fine. They're chilling in there. They're so heavy. Now, this one I did. This is the Mario one. I was working on something with this one. I like Freddy Krueger so much, but I think I just got creative with this one. But I actually did the half mask from a wig head, and I used backyard silicone mask one they have, and this is the one I made. It's not perfect. It's the first time doing it in the winter. You can see potential, like more of next one will be more improvement, but this is my first half mask I done with the brick in the yard silicone one, plaque silicone ones. I don't know the name fully, but it's a plaque silicone something that you paint A and B put together on a different container. There's a kit that you could have for like $110 ones, but the better thing is that you do it on like very cold weather. Right now in New York, it's like mid-70s and stuff. It won't work because they go really fast, and that's the only thing you need to be aware of it when you're making a silicone mask. There's a smooth on ones as well. So if you think of making one, yeah, you can make your own silicone mask, which is I did mine. And I was doing the one for the Super Mario ones. And they're great for like a half mask as well if you don't want to wear like a full on like the one I have there. You could actually make what I think like a skin mask. Now this one is heavily powdered in here. You don't see the full work of it. So this is supposed to be the heat lecture face removing skin mask, which is pretty pale. I put them in the powder in here for some time, so it looks a little bit discoloration, which is pretty cool. But they're full color once I get them off the powdering. But this is what it looks like with their face off, like skin masks. So they're light. They're pretty easy to make. Consider I did this one on a mannequin head on the face of it. Give it a couple designs and stuff. And yeah, they're around your face, so you can make it like a skin mask of endlessly. But don't put too much baby powder, you know, it ruins the color. But they do. It's just to help them reduce the shine, and yeah. So this is actually really cool. I used them when I was at a convention with this one, and I like this one pretty much because it's easier than the full makeup. It just shows creativity, but it's your reference how you want to make the mask. So yeah. So there are optionals. There's sometimes you could buy one, you can make ones, and I mean, you know, I just say they're pretty freaking cool, actually. I'm surprised that because I wear latex. I wear latex foam masks sometimes, and I do get some kind of weird, strange break, and I hate that feelings. Now, I'm just simply enjoy it so easily. A little bit too big, don't, but there we go. So, anyway, let me just fix this up and fix this up so you can see the hint. Actually speaking, I saw a sweater from Christmas that looks really like it. It was a Super Mario one. It has this blue, no, it was red and green. It has like Super Mario's, like the stars and stuff. So I was like, you know, I think it might work. I use this and put this. Just a little more burns the stress on the hat a little bit. And then it's like, yeah, this is such a good idea though. I'll see you guys in the, I'm not sure when, but it's not that perfect. This is the first mask, so don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't.